Hello friends, I'm Ashley, and today I'm doing the BookTube Newbie Tag.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
So the first question is, why did I start this channel? And I started this channel because I'm an excessive reader, as most people are on BookTube, and I just have like a lot to say, and I was bombarding like my friends and my family members with the books I was reading, and I could just tell that after a while they get really annoyed, and my mom has this blank out stare that just goes when I talk about books, because I know she's like trying to be engaged with what I'm talking about, but as soon as I talk about like anything related to books, she just like tunes out. So I just really want someone to talk to me about books. Like, please, someone talk to me about books. Like, if you've read a book that I've read and you want to talk about it, please, I will be so happy. Like, please talk to me. Please talk to me. So the next question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Honestly, nothing. Really though, I have dyslexia, and like, if someone else with dyslexia finds my channel and they see me being an avid reader and like loving to read, like that would mean a lot to me, because when I was a kid I hated reading with a passion because I didn't understand what I was looking at. I know Snow White Reader is also dyslexic, and like that's just so great seeing another person being dyslexic. Like, it's hard. It's hard as a kid having dyslexia. So if I like a kid, even though I talk about a lot of adults content, finds my channel, it's like, wow, a dyslexic person, like, it would mean a lot to me. Also, I have fibromyalgia and rheumatoid arthritis, and like, I know chronic illness is something that the community wants more. Like, there's only like 2 people that seem to talk about it. Like, I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it. Like, for me, it's still embarrassing for some reason, but yeah, I'm physically disabled, and I know there needs to be more just talking about it, just like being okay and open with talking about our problems, you know? The next question is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? And honestly, like I said before, like just being able to talk to someone about books, like even if nobody watches my videos, like just getting my thoughts out like a video diary style, like helps me, because I just want to talk about the things that I'm reading so much. So yeah. The next question is, why do you love reading? And I love reading because it's just so immersive, and honestly, like a lot of shows and movies are just really boring to me. Like, I do watch quite a bit of like Netflix shows, but still, like after watching one show, like 8 episodes, like I'm done. Like, I just get so bored. It's always annoying. Like, what book or series got you into reading? That would be The Hunger Games, actually. As I said, I keep going to my dyslexia, but like all of these movies were coming out, like book to adaptation things, and I was so annoyed. I was like, I want to know what's going on. I want to know why people love these books that they go into movies. Like, I want to know what's different between the book and the movie. So I literally taught myself to read at age 14 because school wasn't going to teach me. Through The Hunger Games, I literally taught myself how to read through The Hunger Games, and recently she came out with that new book in The Hunger Games, and I've heard just like really bad things about it, so that makes me sad because it's like it means so much to me. Yeah, The Hunger Games taught me to read. So the next question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? And honestly, how do you keep up with such content? Like, some of the people that I watch like are always releasing content and always like releasing new videos and always like reading the books that I want to read. I just feel like I could never get to it. Like, how do you schedule everything out is what I'm trying to ask, you know? The next question is, what challenges starting a booktube channel do you think will be the hardest to overcome? Honestly, just like always making content so I have something to post, I feel like is gonna be the hardest thing. Next question is, when did you start reading? And I feel like I already answered that when I said I started reading The Hunger Games at age 14. The next question is, where do you read? 100% in my bed, where I am right now. I always read in my bed. It's just the most comfortable, and it's like one of the cooler rooms in my house because I live in Florida and it's just always hot here, and like it's just a very small room, so the cold stays in it better. So I just like want to sit in here because it's just too hot in the rest of the house. Like, I can't sit there for hours. Next question is, what kind of books do you like to read? And like pretty much anything, honestly. I love fantasy. I love epic fantasy. I do read some nonfiction, not a lot, but I read a lot of it for school, and as soon as I'm out of university, I'll probably read a lot more for leisure. But it's just like hard. Like I just want an escapism from school, so like I don't want to read nonfiction outside of it, but I do try to read like at least one nonfiction every 2 months, which isn't a lot compared to the rest of the things I read, but I try. And then I read a bunch of romance. Like I love romance so much. I love contemporary romance, I love fantasy romance, I love urban romance, paranormal romance. Like give it all to me, I will read all of it. And then I do read like regular contemporaries sometimes, but it has to be like really hard-hitting, like makes me cry every chapter type thing. Like otherwise I have a really hard time reading fluffy things for some reason. And then I do really like sci-fi, but I don't read it a whole lot. Like I wish I read it more than I do. I just like gravitate more towards fantasy if I want to be in like a different type of setting than our own world, if that makes sense. And the next question is, what is your favorite book? And I'm like really embarrassed to say because I know a lot of people don't like either of them. Like it's a toss-up between Jennifer L. Armentrout's The Darkest Star and The Black Witch by Laurie Forrest, and like a lot of them have really bad reviews. So also both of those books have like unlikable main characters. I don't know what it is, but if there's like an unlikable main character on purpose, I love it for some reason. I cannot tell you why. But yeah, I love those books like equally amount. Like they both are amazing. And the second book, To the Darkest Star, isn't that great, but the second book, To the Black Witch, is my all-time favorite book. Like the second book in that series, it's just so good. Like I can't even tell you how amazing it is. Like the best found family I've ever read. Like the best, like best friends, but they're like they're not related, but they're like sisters, you know, like the best sister friend relationship I've ever read. And there's like abundance of lesbians in that book. Like there's so many lesbians, it's amazing. But yeah, that was all the questions. I feel like I didn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's, you know, it is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed. I don't know what exactly to say now, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sleep because I sleep when I'm not in front of the camera. Bye.